Here's Lisa's bio. All right, so let me tell you about Lisa Ray. Now, Lisa was born in Toronto, never planned on being an actor. In fact, Lisa Ray wanted to study journalism. But check this out. A trip to India to visit relatives changed all of that. She was spotted and asked by a fashion magazine to model. She landed on the cover, and the next thing you know, she's got herself a modeling career. She was so successful that the Times of India named her one of the 10 most beautiful women of the millennium. Next up, Bollywood came knocking. Now, at first, she didn't answer the door. She refused all offers, but by 2001, she agreed to appear in the film Kasur. A year later, Canadian director Deepa Mehta cast her as the lead in Bollywood Hollywood.
She's a whore. I remember every woman I ever slept with.
So true.
And for that role, Ray was voted Star of the Future at the Toronto International Film Festival. From there, she moved to London to take formal acting classes, then reunited with Deepa Mehta to star in Water. The film was so controversial that the director, Mehta, even received death threats, and the production had to be moved to Sri Lanka. But in the end, the film received a ton of praise and was nominated for an Academy Award last year. Ray had 2 films at TIFF this year. All Hat is a Canadian Western where Ray plays the ex of a convict. Her other film is called The World Unseen, set in South Africa in the 50s, and it's an unusual love story about 2 Indian women, one of them played by Lisa Ray. The movie is written, directed, financed, and produced by women, and it premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. Here's a look.
We were having a driving lesson. We're not finished.
Get out of the truck.
There's a scene from the film, and here she is, Ms. Lisa Ray. Nice to see you. How are you today?
Great. Thank you.
That is The World Unseen. You haven't seen the picture yet.
I haven't seen The World Unseen yet.
Can you watch yourself back? Are you okay with that?
Depends.
You couldn't even watch your life story there. You were like this.
Well, no, I was watching it on the little screen there. It's a little, oh, there I am. Hi. Damn, is that what I look like? Oh.
But can you watch yourself back? Are you all right with that?
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Like, when you get a feeling when you're working on something, when the energy's right and it's good, and you anticipate that it's going to be good, but you're not quite. The way I work, I'm never quite sure exactly what I'm doing, which is a good and bad thing.
When I watched this movie, I actually thought about, and I'm probably overanalyzing it, but I thought about it in the context of your career, in that your character in this picture was hesitant, unwilling to, not sure what to do with to embrace fully what it is that she's facing right now and with this other woman in her life. And I thought of it in your life, and I thought that's just how you act.
Are you saying I'm indecisive?
I'm saying you. So I know that it's for you to embrace what it is you do for a living and the way it often plays out as an actor and in this business. There's an element of that. You're very careful about what roles you take. You're very hesitant about where you're taking your career, or at least that's how it appears.
Yeah, that is how it appears, I guess.
But is that true?
Well, there's an element of that, for sure. I think because see, it is an unusual journey, that I've been on, and I've kind of tried beating out my own path, and that's extremely satisfying. But there isn't really, there's no map, there's no guide. So I try and exist and take decisions more and more on instinct. And that's the only way that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Even as an actor, I work instinctually. So, you know, but I guess the flip side of that is that you're often in this, because it is a business as well. So, you know, you're surrounded by people, there's certain demands, expectations, you know, even from the audience. So you're kind of, you know, always in this, a little bit of a fix, you know, as an actor. You know, you can sit down and take a rational decision. This is very good for my career if I do this, if I take on this kind of a film, you know, maybe a smaller role in a huge kind of blockbuster. But like, I don't know, ultimately that doesn't feel right for me right now.
In this movie, The World Unseen, you play, you're a woman, you are a wife, you are a mother. And then you meet this other person.
Kind of rough.
No, you've got all. You're working hard. Simple life for the character. Then this wrinkle gets thrown in there where you meet this other woman, and it's never overt. It starts to become that way. But it's a script that comes across. Do you read it and go, "Yes, I do this"? Do you have to be convinced to make these kinds of choices?
No. There's like a really interesting genesis of this as well, which is why I think, you know, like I believe, just a slight little, you know, segue into, you know, I truly believe in like this law of manifestation. You know, you put a certain intention out there, and it comes back to you. You know, and I am at a place where I think it's really important that I want to take on challenging work, and I want to be able to tell these stories or give a voice to, you know, a character or a situation or a circumstance where normally those voices wouldn't be heard. You know, that is definitely part of my agenda. Of course, I want to go out and do a great big blockbuster and, you know, subsidize all of this work because I'm telling you, I'm not doing what I'm doing for the big bucks. But, so, you know, that is certainly there. And, you know, so it ends up manifesting in strange ways. Like this project, when I was in drama school in London, is when I actually first met the producer of this project. They were just starting, there was a different director attached, and they were just starting to meet actors. And I was so green. I was I mean, I didn't know the first thing, because secondly, I'd also just transitioned back to the West. I had been living in India up to then, so like I didn't even know how to like do laundry or, you know, get on a bus, and I was just like relearning how to live in the Western world. So I showed up at this meeting, a bit arrogant, you know, as you do. Just like, hey, I'm Lisa Ray.
I was one of the 10 sexy
so I was like the 10, by the way, FYI, you know. But, you know, so I walked in there. I hadn't even read the script. You know, I just walked in. I thought they would be just so floored that I even, you know, lended my presence to this meeting. And Hanan is a great woman, a really formidable force. And I sat down, and so she started discussing character and things like that. And I said, well, actually, I haven't read the script yet. And she was like, well, what are you doing here then? You know, I mean, she didn't give a shit. Yeah. So that was my very first meeting.
Well, it's good that happened early in your career.
I got that out of the way, got that out of my system,
little princess,
you know.
And read the script.
So I've come, yeah, exactly. So I've come a long way since then. And then, of course, you know, cut to, life has this very interesting, you know, twist and turn. And I've actually worked with Shamim and Hanan on another film previous to this, called I Can't Think Straight. And then they discussed the possibility of starting production on this film. And obviously, after that first meeting, I'd gone back. It's based on a novel, and a beautiful novel, you know, an insanely beautifully written kind of lyrical novel. And, you know, and I read the script, and I just felt, you know, there was no question in my mind I had to be a part of this.
I was thinking Water got a lot of controversy. This one isn't getting as much controversy as Water did, but still people are talking about it.
Not many people know about it.
When they start, and I was thinking, I wonder when you're going to pick a film that is just a good, fun film that you want to make. When's your blockbuster coming? Have you thought about that, what you want to do?
I haven't, but you know, I have another film in the Film Fest this year, All Hat,
right,
which is very different. I'm playing a character called Etta Parr.
Nice.
Playing a farm girl, baling some hay.
Yeah.
Driving the old massive
you baled
Ferguson.
hay previously? Have you done that before?
That was, you know, part of my prep, part of my preparation for it. I mean, it was trippy. I mean, that's why I love doing what I'm doing. I love working on, you know, projects where I just, like, you know, get an insight into a different world.
Last time you were on our show, you were just everywhere you were going. You did not have roots.
Yeah.
And you're starting to recognize the need for that?
Yeah, tentatively. Yeah, I'm still kind of at heart, and I think I always will be, a nomad.
Is it instability that works for you?
It was for a very, and melodrama, lots of it, you know, in my life. I just invited, you know what I mean?
Invited or created, like, how much?
Invited, you know, conspired to find it, you know, or it found me. And again, the law of manifestation. Yeah, maybe, wow, that's a revelation. Maybe that was like a extrapolation of what was going on in my head. And now I'm getting old and wise. And more settled.
Older, not old.
Older.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Lisa Ray, everybody. The World Unseen is the picture. The other movie is called All a Hat. This is The Hour. We'll be right back.